नाम नित्य आवे नानक नाम
चढ़ी कला तेरे पाने सर्बत दा भला।
अकाल मूर्त जुलसी सैभा गुर प्रसाद चरण
भगवती जी की पातशाही 10वीं प्रथम भगवती सिमर का गुरु नानक नहीं त्याय। फिर अंगद गोर ते अमरदास रामदास मोहि सहाय। अर्जुन हर गोबिंद नु सिमराओ श्री हर राय। श्री हर कृष्ण ध्याय जिस डिठे सब दुख जाए। तेग बहादुर सिमरिय कारणों ध्यावै ताए। सब थाई मोहि सहाय। 10वें पातशाह साहिब श्री गुरु गोबिंद सिंह जी सब ठाई होना जी सहाय। 10वां पातशाह की जोत साहिब श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी महाराज दे पाठ उपदेश दर्शन जी का ध्यान करके बोलना जी वाहेगुरु। सेवादारों पर जो परखण सच्चे पातशाह गुरु सिੱਖੀ जी दात बख्शने महाराज कृपा करो सच्चे पातशाह जी इस वेले आप जी दे पावन पवित्र हजूरी विच कड़ा प्रसादी देख हाजिर है भोग लावो। कृपा करो समझ बर्तन की आज्ञा बख्शे पातशाह जी। गरीब पातशाह सोच पवित्रा गुण लावो भोग हर राय महाराज जी कृपा करो। आप पावन बाणी तो पातशाह जी हुक्मनामा बख्श के निहाल ही निहाल करना है जी। और सही प्यारे मेल जिना मेरा तेरा नाम जते आवे नानक नाम चढ़ी कला तेरे पाने सर्बत का भला। सो निहाल वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा।
PBA glue, right? You all bought your own glue? Yes. You bought some. Thank you. Good. Okay. So after you guys have had your leg, can the 0 to 7, so if you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7, do Makadeh nicely and go outside either this door or that door.
The whole camp is about Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj and that festival of Holla, Mahalla, which is celebrating Veer Ras, the martial aspect of Sikhi.
So in Sikhi we're so lucky, we had that wonderful bliss that comes from being humble, from being loving and compassionate to each other. And the best example we have of that is something that you only find in the house of Guru Nanak. What is it that we have in the house of Guru Nanak? We have that blessed Langar Sahib. Where can you go in the world? Where can you go in the whole world where when you walk inside, you've got a right to be given food? You've got a right to be given food. You've got a rumble in your tummy. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, if you're a man or a woman. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. When you come into the house of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, what do they say to you? They say, Prashade, Prashade, Prashade Ji, Dal Ji, Dal Ji, Kheer Ji, Kheer Ji. This is the blessed house of Guru Nanak, where we've all got a right to be given langar, because this is the house of compassion. But it's also the house of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. It's also the house of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, which means you've also got another right. We walk past the Nishan side when we come to the house of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. And what does that Nishan Sahib say to us? What does the Nishan Sahib say to us? It says that if someone's being mean to you, if someone's being horrible to you, if someone's bullying you, you have a right to come to the house of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj and say to the Singhs and the Singhniya, will you help me? That's why we carry Shastra. Which other house can you walk into where after you have langar, you can go up to any of the Sevadar and say, excuse me, I need your help. And those Sevadar will be carrying Shastra, they'll be carrying Gurbanne, so that they can stand for you. So today's camp, we're concentrating on the martial aspect of Sikhi, the physical, the warrior aspect, what it means to have a Nishan side outside the Gurdwara, what it means to carry Shastra.
जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु
So today we're going to be looking at Holla Mahalla, the Sikh martial festival. This is a festival celebrated by all Sikhs. We just go to the next slide. If we look, the Holla Mahalla festival was established, it was created on the 22nd of February 1701. So it's quite a while ago, but it's been celebrated ever since, every year. And it's celebrated round about March time, so in the middle of March or the beginning of March. And it usually is during the time of the new Sikh year of Jed. So when Jed starts, we have the new Sikh year that starts in that time. Holi is all about Bhagat Prahlad Ji. So Bhagat Prahlad Ji was a saint during the time of Satyug, and they were a very, very spiritual person, and they were quite young. They were very young age, and they used to do lots of Simran. They used to do lots of Vaheguru Simran. They used to meditate upon the name of Ram during that time. And what happened, his father, Harnakash, was a very evil man, and he wanted everybody to believe that he was God. And he wanted everybody to repeat the name of Harnakash instead of Ram at that time. And Harnakash wanted everybody in his sort of land to all believe him as God himself. But Harnakash didn't know that his son had so much love for Vaheguru. And what happened was, when he found out, he got really angry, and he wanted his own son Prahlad to be killed. And so what he did was, he got his sister Holika to take Prahlad into a fire. And the only way she would take Prahlad into the fire and survive herself was, she had a special blanket, she had a special sort of shawl, like a blanket, which stopped her from getting on fire. And she took Prahlad into the fire, but the wind blew the shawl, the blanket off of Holla, and
प्रगटे ओ खालसा प्रमातम की मौज,
प्रगटे ओ खालसा प्रमातम की मौज,
प्रगटो खालसा
खालसा
प्रमातम की मौज, प्रमातम की मौज, प्रमातम की मौज। जब लग खालसा रहे न्यारा,
जब लग खालसा रहे न्यारा,
अब लग तेज दियो मैं सारा,
तब लग तेज दियो मैं सारा,
जब वह कहे विपरन की रीत,
जब यह कहे विपरन की रीत,
मैं न कराऊं इनकी।
When you took on my head, we look at the again, and Saruk tries to cut me, yeah, with an outside weapon, and I'm blocking. I'm on the inside now. Imagine I've got a jackal on my head. What could I do? I could headbutt him. I'm cutting him with my head, and what would happen is he would develop cuts around his eyes. Again, the cuts from the jackal wouldn't kill, but what would happen if he gets a cut in his eye? What would come out of his eye? Blood. What would happen to his eye? He won't be able to see, and that blood goes very sticky. Yeah, it goes very like treacles, like real pancakes. So it goes like that. So that you put your hand in your eye, rubbing it, it's like having treacle in your eye. Yeah, and so it would mean that the guy couldn't see what was happening. So the chakra is a very, very versatile weapon.
So this is here, this code, it's called a farla tari mutta. So mutta literally means a handle. Farla literally in general, like the old history Viji went through about the Nihang Singhs. So Nihang Singhs within their what they have is they have saints who are given, it's shown they must do so much seva, they're trained to a certain level. And for that reason, they're given like a nishan. You know how you're in within the army, you get from badges, you get from like a private, you're a corporal, you're a general, you're a sergeant. We get these different levels to it. For example, in the Nihang Singhs, you have something called a farla. So farla is basically this little bit they have on the top of the daman, like you may see it like a little nishan side. So this little you see is irrespective as a nishan side. We have the flag outside. That's what is seen on top of their head as well. So you see Nihang Singhs, they're very, very tall daman.
नचदे ते गाते सूर में बन के कौम दे दर्दी
Ji said, Sevadas, can I ask if the kids can just see, just mind out the way? Do their colour before they leave, because otherwise they're not listening. This is really important. The girls, can you see over there? Let's just sit down until it's your go and then they can see behind you. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji said that this is the first type of Sikh. Where they come to the Guru's house, not really much happens, just carry on with their lives. The same way the stone does not absorb any water. And the next one. So what's in our next bucket? Wood. Do you want to take the wood out? Oh, I don't want to mess up the slide, sorry. So there's wood. So what's happened with the wood?
The water is soaked into the wood.
So the water's soaked into the wood, yeah? But eventually, will this wood, will it dry out?
Yes.
Yeah? So Guru Gobind Singh Ji said the second type of Sikh is that Sikh that comes to the Guru's Darbar. They sit in Darbar, they maybe do a little bit of seva, they do a little bit of stuff, but they forget when they walk out. I'm not going to make you do it because I don't want to mess up your thing. If I had to take sand out of here, could I take a bit of sand out?
Yeah.
I could, look.
Yeah.
I can get a bit of sand. It's disgusting. So yeah, I can get a bit of sand. This is so gross. Right. I can get some sand out there.
Sing Vaheguru every day. Sing Vaheguru every day. It's great living the Khalsa way. It's great living the Khalsa way.
Very good. You guys did super duper well.
Punjabi.
Shall we do it in Mandarin? I know there's someone who knows a bit of Mandarin here. Or Swahili. Shall we do it in Swahili? Nah, I think we'll just stick to Punjabi, okay? So when I point to you, you have to tell me the name of an animal. But Aki's going to point to you and you have to tell me a name of an animal. But the trick is that it has to be only in Punjabi, okay? So think of an animal. So we go on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Gursikh child had a farm, Satnam ji, and on her farm she had a kutta, Satnam ji, and a woof woof here and a woof woof there, here a woof there. I can't hear you. Everyone say it really loud. Gursikh child had a farm, Satnam ji, and on his farm she had a Billy, Satnam ji, and a meow meow here and a meow meow there, here a meow, there a meow, everywhere meow meow.
It's a bully. Yeah, we should be able to stand up to that bully. We shouldn't let bullies push us over. Who thinks we should let bullies push us over? Who thinks we should stand up against bullies? And do you know what? That's exactly what Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj did. How many battles did Guru Gobind Singh Ji have? Anybody know? How many battles Guru Gobind Singh Ji have? Yes?
1,000.
No. Anybody else? Yes? No. Okay, we're going to be here a long time. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj had 14 battles. 14. Out of those 14 battles, how many think Guru Gobind Singh Ji won? All of them have won. Exactly. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, they're the only general, they're the only leader of any army to have fought the most.
I'll give you a weapon, and through that is one like this. You guys see that shape here? It's one like this, a bit smaller, not this big, but this shape is straight one. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj gave this to Mata Sahib when they go to her every day. In the morning, used to come to me at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you want to come see and have my darshan. When you could take out this Gurdwara, you take out this is called Qadi, it's a straight sword. When you take this out and you have darshan of this, you want to take this, you have darshan of me, you have the experience of coming to see me again. So Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj says, when a Sikh has a lot of love, a lot of respect for weapons as well, not just learning how to use it, but respect for the weapons, that's why we put them on the table. You see, we put them on the table. They're not hanging on the wall, they're not on the floor, on the table, we put a nice cloth underneath. Got a lot of respect for them. The same way Guru Gobind Singh had that respect for them as well.
Okay guys, we're going to finish up now. So, any Yeah, you've got slime, it's fine. So be careful, if your hands get wet, be careful with the slime, don't touch it or mess it up, okay? Or I'll touch the stuff for you. So if you pull a stone out, a rock out there, what's happened to that rock? Nothing.
That's it. That's it. Think about what you're doing. Bravo, choke them out. Choke them out.
Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru,
खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। पाजी ते हर महीने कैंप होंदा है। पिछले महीने भी होया सी एंड मोदे हफ्ते अप्रैल की 21 तरीक को फिर कैंप होना है।
नेक्स्ट मंथ है जी।
हाँ जी, नेक्स्ट मंथ होना है। ते मेरिया सारी बेनती है सारियां भैणां नूं भरावां नूं अपने बच्चों नूं लैके आओ वध तों वध गुरुद्वारा साहिब दे विच। तुसीं इत्थे तुहाडे बच्चे बहुत कुछ सिੱਖਦੇ ਆ गुरु घर दे विच बाणी सिੱਖਦੇ आ। पिछले महीने मूल मंत्र सिੱਖਿਆ ਸੀ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ने। हर एज के ग्रुप तो 7 साल तो लैके 12 साल 15 साल जिहड़ी भी एज के ग्रुप हैगे आ ते हर महीने उन्होंने कुछ ना कुछ नवा सीखने को मिलता है। मेरी बेनती है सारिਆਂ ਨੂੰ कि वध चढ़ के हिस्सा लैण ते तुहाडे बच्चे कुछ ना कुछ गुरु घर दे विच जरूर सिੱਖोगे ते सारिਆਂ ਨੂੰ जितना भी तुहाडे दोस्त हैगे आ तुहाडे रिश्तेदार हैगे आ वध तो वध उन्हां नूं दस्सण ताकि वध तो वध बच्चे आ सकण गुरुद्वारा साहिब दे विच ते इत्थों ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ हिस्सा ਲੈ ਸਕਣ। वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह।
खालसा जी बोलो जी। जिन्ना सिंगा सिंगनिया ने धर्म है चीज दिते बन बन कटाए खोपरिया लहाया चरखरिया दे चरे तन आर्या नाल चराए गए गुरुद्वारा दी सेवा ले कुर्बानियां कीतिया धर्म नहीं हारिया सिक्खी कैसा स्वासा समझाए तिना दी कमाई दा ध्यान करके खालसा जी बोलो जी। पंजा तख्ता सरबत कोई द्वारे दा ध्यान करके खालसा जी बोलो जी। रित में सरबत खालसा जी की अरदास है जी सरबत खालसा जी को वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु
बोले
I'm not going to take too much of your time. Uncle behind me, Buddy, will say a few words as well. I'd like to say thank you to all the Cinema Dars that made this help possible in organising this camp. Also to our mums, auntie, for the preparation of langar, distribution of langar, and for the seva. Much appreciated. I'd like to thank the Sing Sabha Londonese Youth Committee who support our programmes, have been supporting them, along with always been supporting them. Also, I'd like to say a thank you to the Sing Sabha Londonese Executive Committee who allows us to have these programmes and further programmes coming on board as well. And also, I'd just like to say, above all, Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, that allows us to be here, the one and only. Vaheguru Ji Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Mahalla Ji ka Khalsa, Mahalla Ji ki Fateh. Kids, I hope you've all enjoyed yourself today. Yeah? Good. And did you learn a lot about Holla Mahalla? Yeah. Okay, good. Your learning doesn't have to end here. When you go home over the weekend, go onto the internet, put the bits that you've learned today and see if you can research it further.
Yeah? Continue learning and come back stronger. Benji's told you about our next camp on the 21st. That's on the main theme there is going to be Vasaki and Panjabiare. Do your research, do your homework before you come to the camps. So when your teachers ask you questions, you'll be able to answer them. Yeah? Yes, kids? Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, just a couple of one or two announcements before we go. Baji told you about the fitness, the Sikhi class every Sunday and then the fitness afterwards, yeah? 5:15. I know some of you do come, but it's nice to see you all there every Sunday. So tomorrow, tell your parents. There are posters on the main notice boards about it if you need any other information. So we have half hour of Sikhi and then there's fitness, kabaddi, boxing for girls and boys. So we'd like to see you all there. Some great news from our club. One of our students, who's been coming there a long time, has developed his skill into boxing. And now he boxes for Team GB all over Europe and all kinds of competitions. And yesterday, he had won a competition which was the Elite England Championship, and he won that. And that's one of your helpers who normally helps out. Inder Singh, who's at the back there. Inder Singh, put your hand up so everyone can see you. Stand up for a second. So it makes us all proud to see one of our guys there fighting for this country and making us proud as Sikhs. Yeah? Okay. Before we finish, I'd like to invite up to the stage our president, the president of the Gurdwara, Uncle Major Singh Basu, who supported these camps right from the beginning and pushed hard to make sure they continue on and hopefully they will do in the future. So I'm going to come up and say a few words.
ਸਰਵਸਤਿਕਾਰਯੋਗ ਗੁਰੂ ਚਰਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਬੈਠੀ ਸਮੂਹ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀਓ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ ਜੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਅਮਨਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਦਾ ਅਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਨੌਜਵਾਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਤਹਿ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਸਮਾਂ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਹਰ ਐਤਵਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਆਪ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਖਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਤੋਂ ਅੰਗਰੇਜ਼ੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿਖਾ ਕੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਗ੍ਰੇਟ ਸੇਵਾ ਜੋ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਅਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਗੱਤਕਾ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਗੱਤਕਾ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਸਿਖਾਇਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਦਿਨ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇਖਾਂ ਤਾਂ 7 ਘੰਟੇ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਇਆ ਨੂੰ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਆਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਾਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਵੱਧ ਚੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਰਹਿਣਗੇ ਅਤੇ ਸਮਾਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਰਹਿਣਗੇ। ਹਰ 4 ਹਫ਼ਤੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਜੋ ਇਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਉਲੀਕਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਸ਼ਲਾਘਾਯੋਗ ਹੈ। ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ 100 ਤੋਂ ਘੱਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਅਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਵਧਾਈ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਹਾਂ ਅਤੇ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ। ਅਤੇ ਆਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਹਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਆਂਢੀਆਂ ਗੁਆਂਢੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਵੀਰ ਕਿਤੇ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਈਸਟ ਲੰਡਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂ ਐਸੈਕਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਰੌਣਕ ਨੂੰ ਵਧਾ ਕੇ ਅਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਵੀ ਲਾਹਾ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਨ। ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਅੰਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਤਿਹ ਬੁਲਾਉਂਦਾ ਹਾਂ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।